Hello folks, in this guide we will be covering the best gear to be acquired within the Burnt Forest. I'll basically be giving you all of the best options available, and then I'll go through the most efficient way of working through them all. The main gear we will acquire is the following: the Operator Exoskeleton, the Marauder Armor, the PSZ-51 Hawk Armor and the Facehugger Gasmask, the AS Lavina Rifle and its extended magazine attachment, the SVD Sniper Rifle, the RPG Launcher and the Rhino Sidearm, as well as the extended magazine attachment for the Integral A submachine gun, the legendary artifact Weird Pot, as well as all 5 other artifacts and every blueprint within this zone, as well as a handful of additional weapons and supplies along the way. There's just 1 or 2 side notes before we get started. I've ran this guide parallel with the main story. I have done my best to cover as much as I can, as well as keep it well organised. As far as I can tell, there are no differences in main story allegiance, and the guide starts with the main story objective at the centre of this region. Now, the Burnt Forest does not have a hub. Those allianced with the ward will have access to the chemical plant hub. Those who are not allianced with the ward, your best option is Silesia. At least I personally found it to be better than either Rostock or Garbage, so I do advise using the Weird Water artifact for long distance travelling. With that said, I have designed this guide to be relatively efficient in terms of routes and when to offload gear, and I will advise as we go. So other than that, let's get started. Our first location is the main quest marker right here on the map. When first arriving at this facility, first head to the northwest corner to locate this small building. Behind here, you'll find this stash. Next, head to the southeast side of the facility to find this additional small building. Climb this ladder to the roof to locate an additional stash right here. Next, locate this ladder south of the main building to access the rooftop. Navigate over to the other side and remove all artifacts before heading up and activating this lever. Next, back down and on the northern side of the building, you'll find this unlocked door. Head inside and take care of the Poltergeist mutant. When ready, follow the path on screen to locate this stash. Next to this stash is this code lock. The combination can be found on some notes within the same facility, which I believe are quest marked. Enter the code and head on through. Eventually, you'll reach this room. Be sure to collect all of the quest objectives here. When ready, head outside and follow these stairs down. Unlock this door and continue on through. You'll eventually reach a series of corridors and rooms with 3 burrow mutants inside. Upon first entering, turn left and head into this room to activate this lever. At the back of this area, you'll find these corpses with this stash beside them. Next, within the main quest room, there is this stash at the back. Next, activate the main quest and continue forward. Now, there are multiple ways this can play out. I'm not entirely certain of them all, but I would assume all players will be continuing along the same path. Despite what transpires next, players should head to this code lock just next to the room with the previous switch. The combination is located on a paper note within the main quest room from before. Upon entering here, you'll shortly come across this metal gate. Aim through here and break the lock on the door on the opposite side. Next, head around to the other side of this room to gain access. Be wary of the booby traps and head up this ladder to locate the RPG launcher and M860 Cracker shotgun sitting right here. Next, head back down and continue through the facility until reaching this room with the fruit punch anomalies. Climb up here to locate this opening at the back. Drop on down and navigate over to this stash. Inside, you will find the all titanium components blueprint for the Operator Exoskeleton. Next, continue through the facility until reaching this room. Follow the path on screen to locate an SVD Sniper Rifle right here. Next, continue on through the facility and head into this small room near the exit. In here, you'll find this stash. Next, on the table is this key. Pick this up and then follow the path on screen. Unlock this door, and inside you will find the operator Exoskeleton. That does conclude the main story quest part of this guide. I myself headed back to a personal stash at this point, and then returned right back to this location, and I advise you do the same. Our next location is far south of this region, right here on the map. You'll likely find some enemies when first arriving here. First, in the corner and next to this corpse, you'll find an artifact. Next, head over to this wall and head on up. Here, you'll find this stash and either an SBSA or the M860 shotgun beside it. If you're struggling to pick this up, then try shooting at it, and if all else does fail, toss a grenade inside and hope for the best. Our next location is this crashed heli, marked right here on the map. Here, you will first run into a Bayon mutant. After taking care of this, find the stash sitting inside this cockpit. Our next location is northeast at this marker here on the map. Here, you'll find this bridge. Before heading over, look underneath to locate this stash. Next, head over the bridge and remove all artifacts before continuing over to this totem pole to locate this additional stash just sitting inside. Our next location is just slightly southeast, marked just here on the map. First, follow the riverbank down and maybe take a peek at the first bunker you ever visited in the game. Once at this pylon, head inside to locate this stash and the AS Lavina beside it. Our next location is back north at this marker here on the map. In the southmost building of this settlement, head inside to first locate this stash. Next, head inside the building just north of it to locate an additional stash right here. Next, head into the even larger building just north of the last to find a poltergeist inside. After dealing with them, locate an additional stash right here. Next, head into the house at the center of the settlement and with the bunker entrance outside to locate this stash right here. Next, there is a key located in this shed. It opens the locked door of the house opposite. There's nothing noteworthy inside of here. I do assume it's either side or main quest related in some way. Next, head into the barn behind this empty building, and at the back, you'll find this stash tucked away just here. Next, head to the house at the northeast of town, and on the east side you'll find this truck. Navigate upwards and break these planks to access the roof space. Inside, you will find this stash at the very back. Our next location is just west of this settlement, right here on the map. Here, you'll find this large anomaly field. Simply take out your scanner to locate the nearby artifact. I was informed that there are multiple artifacts to be found here. However, I only found one on each individual visit, so please let me know in the comments if you do find more. Our next location is north, marked right here on the map. First, head into this building and climb this ladder. Deal with the anomaly in the next room to locate a stash right here. Next, head down and into the main barn. Turn left and down here, you'll find this stash.
Look for the stash. There ain't many spots around here to hide loot.
Next, locate these shelves at the end of the barn. Head on up and navigate to the roof. From here, head on over to the main entrance to find this stash hiding right here, which does contain the adjusted bolt locking lugs blueprint for the AS Lavina. Our next location is north, marked right here on the map. First, head into the main building and then into the back of this truck to locate an M10 Gordon SMG and this stash, which contains the Facehugger Gasmask. Next, head outside and on the front of this combine, you'll find an additional stash. Our next location is west at this marker right here on the map. Here, you'll find this tower. Simply head to the top to find this modded SVD Sniper Rifle and a stash right beside it. Now would be an opportune time to head towards a personal stash and unload all of this gear. Our next location is this facility in the north, marked right here on the map. First, head into this building and follow the path on screen to locate a Rhino sidearm and stash right here. Next, head outside and into this garage to find an additional stash right here. Our next location is south at this marker here on the map. Here we have this fiery anomaly field. Simply head inside with scanner in hand to locate the artifact. Our next location is this settlement west, marked right here on the map. First, head to this stage in the southeast corner of the settlement. You will be attacked by a couple of Bayon mutants here. Once ready, drop inside of the hole at the back of the stage to locate this key on the side. Next, head to the northeast side of the settlement to this building here. Follow the path on screen and navigate through the anomalies. Eventually, you will reach this room with the Marauder armor and a stash right here. Next, head back outside and over to the northeast building. Locate this ladder and head up to the roof. Cross the roof and cautiously drop down to this ledge to locate this stash right here, which does contain the Buckshot conversion blueprint for the Rhino sidearm. Our next location is south at this marker here on the map. Here, you will find this anomaly field. I advise taking out your scanner and locating the artifact first. Once done, head to this raised ground at the center to locate this scanner. Upon activating the scanner, the usual discharge will take place. This will also spawn into poltergeists, so do be warned. When ready, retrieve the second artifact from the scanner. Our next location is further southwest, marked right here on the map. Here we have this cloud of mist. The way in which this anomaly works is essentially we have to repeatedly run into the mist to change the state of the house at the center. If we do it in the correct order, we can very easily locate the artifact. When ready, head into the mist. Upon doing so, you'll find this house and will likely be attacked by a bloodsucker mutant. You may or may not be attacked by additional bloodsucker mutants upon returning to the house, so do be warned. When ready, head back into the mist and it will return you right back to the house. Immediately turn back around and into the mist for a second time. Upon returning again, head towards the now open cellar to retrieve this key. Next, head into the house and unlock this door. Once done, head right back into the mist. Upon returning again, enter the house and begin heading up these boxes in the now unlocked room. Once in the roof, destroy these planks and boxes to access the room below. In here, you will find the weird pot artifact. When ready, simply head back into the mist and it should take you back outside of the mist entirely. Our next location is north at this old military facility right here on the map. Fair warning, there is a mutated deer that does live in the northeast corner of this facility. Once here, head into these tanks with scanner in hand to begin locating an artifact. Once done, starting from the southeast side of the tanks, follow the path on screen to locate this stash, which does contain the extended magazine attachment for the AS Lavina. Next, head northwest towards this hangar on the far left. Navigate through the hangar and onto this platform at the back. To locate the PSZ-51 Hawk armor and the stash right here. Our next location is north at this marker here on the map. First, head up onto this vehicle to access the nearby roof of this small building. Once here, you'll find a stash containing the Elimination system, 4 poisonous substances blueprint for the Cuirass Exosuit. Next, head into the main building and down into the basement to fight off some Snork mutants.
Everything's going blurry. Might pass out. Help me.
Once done, at the back of the basement and on top of these pipes, you can find this stash containing the extended magazine attachment for the Integral A submachine gun. That's it for this guide, folks. If you're unaware, then I have confirmed I will be covering both the first Berserker Kazan and Atomfall when they both release in late March. I am part of the creator program for Kazan currently, so you can expect to see content within the next week. Rest assured that I will be focusing my main attention on Stalker 2, at least until the current guide series is complete. I do, of course, have a range of guides on the channel already, so feel free to come and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.